morning. This is Terry Allen, Real Progressive. This is September 13th, Friday the 13th, 2024. This is real progressive, not these bullshit woke psychopaths. Okay, anyway, we have a serious situation on our hands. It's interesting how so many people believe that, oh my God, Joe Biden is incapable of running for re-election. However, he is capable of being president. And here they've swapped out Cameltoe Harris. But you got to realize that neither one of these puppets are running the government. They haven't. It's the deep state and their oligarchy that runs them. Okay? And their goal is to create the one world government. Here we go with the globalists. And if people don't understand that, the WEF and all the garbage that goes on over there, that's who's in control. Okay? That's who's starting wars. That's who loves war. That's who makes a huge amount of profit from war. That is who will wreck this economy, and they don't give a flying fuck if they do or if they don't. So, Donald Trump, whatever you think about him, and I say he's not that great, okay? Because he's got some problems. He's got an Israel problem. He's got issues about how to deal with other countries. He doesn't really understand history that well. I think he's been educated in the last 3.5 years, though, about what he did wrong and how he needs to approach the situation on his next term, which God willing, we'll have Trump in office, because despite his defects, he's still an existential threat to the oligarchy and to the deep state. And that's who's running the government right now. Whatever you think, Joe Biden, that's the only way he's been able to get away with all the criminality he and his family have been involved in, is because he's a puppet for the deep state and they are protecting him. And they're going to throw Cameltoe Harris in there. She has no idea what to do. So you got to look at it from that approach. And you got to realize that we've got to get Donald Trump elected, because now that he's got RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard in his camp, that he is an existential threat to the oligarchy and to the deep state. We've got to keep that in mind, and we've got to support him for that reason. He wants to end the wars, which they cannot allow. He wants to switch the economy around and make America great again, which is, a slogan, but it's still a basic idea, because tariffs are a good thing. That was one of the big debates that the founding fathers actually had about how we were going to build the United States out of the decay of the British Empire, was that we were going to protect our industries here from the British Empire's dumping of products on our shores. And so tariffs have been around for a long time, and Donald Trump knows how to use tariffs to get what he needs out of these countries. I listened to one of his interviews yesterday about how he says that the nation's got to get along. Somehow we've got to get along, because if we get into World War III, he said that's a war that will completely devastate the planet, and we cannot allow that to happen. Well, the neocons and the deep state and the oligarchy, they don't give a flying fuck about whether we get into World War III or not, because they believe they can survive it. And they also believe that the world is overpopulated, and that would be a perfect way to get rid of at least half the world's population. So that's what we're facing. So let's somehow keep Trump from being assassinated. Let's get him into office. Let's get RFK Jr. Running the CIA or the FBI to dismantle this corruption, this deep state. And then we have a chance of defeating the oligarchy and taking this country back and saving the world. So that's the way we need to look at it. All right, I got to go. Take care, everybody. Friday the 13th is a scary day, but let's see how this turns out. All right, take care and have a great day. And subscribe and like. All right, thank you.